All right, we are officially recording. Hello,
Hey.
Why We community.
Wee!
Yeah. Woo.
Hello, everyone. So I am Na Akua.
And I am Mari Shibuya.
Woo! And we are your facilitators for Why We Lead.
Just a reminder in case you forgot.
So we are making sure that we give you the best information that we can provide you with in regards to you creating your film, your short film or doc for the Youth Lead Summit. So, shall we begin?
Drum roll. I'll actually add an effect. Drum roll. Title coming in. Okay.
So, a few things. One is just reminding you that you are making a film that is going to be between 5 minutes to 15 minutes long. You can choose between those areas, but you don't want to really go over that and you don't want to go lower than that. Also, if you are looking for a film editing platform, we have found out by actually by one of our mentors, PJ, that gave us this great information and letting us know that Film Final Edit Pro is free for 90 days. So you don't have to put any money towards anything, and for 90 days you'll have Final Cut Pro. All right. So, some things that you want to talk about with your production crew. One thing is that you want to decide on what are the roles and expectations within the group. And those roles could be who is filming what, who is editing, who will be selecting music or a track list, who is figuring out fonts and captions, and what other things might you want to do within your group. And it may not be one person. You may want to zoom in or call in with somebody else and say, hey, can you work with me on this? But the main thing is to make sure that all hands are on board. All minds, hearts, and hands are on board. I think, yeah, for that portion of it.
Yeah, I to build off of that, and perhaps in this very email you're getting this video in addition to this instructions, you will also be getting a link to a Google Drive document, in which you will be able to collaborate with your team to outline these roles and responsibilities and also start to build out some of the other things we're going to talk about in this video, such as what is the tone of the film that you are making, slash what is the intention of the film you are making. So now film is a very nuanced medium. It can take you to the emotional spectrum of heart-wrenching sadness and joy and jubilation, and it also can be a comedy, dare we say a thriller, a mystery. I don't know, what other kinds of films are there? No.
Fantasy, sci-fi,
Documentaries?
Documentaries.
TikTok videos? Is that a film classification?
You know, I mean, nowadays, nowadays,
Yeah.
yeah,
That is.
yeah,
So the same way there's these different tones to all these large, longer length films, we invite you to really think about what kind of tone you're creating in your smaller length film and inviting you to be consistent with that over the course of the whole film. Um, do you want to speak about the intention, ambient sound effects over here, the intention for the film or the vision?
yes. You want to make sure that you have a clear intention. Even though everybody will bring in their own, as the overarching theme is speaking their truth. And you want to make sure when you have a collective theme that there is something that is sinking in with um with the overall short film. So you will probably look at different scenes or create different scenes, and those scenes still, and you'll know it. You'll know when you hear it and when you watch it that this locks in. And with intentions, we always want to make sure that we're bringing our best. So we would definitely ask to, this might be you stepping out of your comfort zone. I know we definitely didn't walk into Why We Lead thinking that we were going to create a film, but I think it's probably one of the most interesting, creative, and magical things that you'll be happy with when you get to see the final product of it. Um, and with those intentions to create a film, you will need kind of like a draft. So you can, such as this.
So this is a wireframe scene list slash technically called a storyboard.
A storyboard. I'll give you the definition of a storyboard really quickly. A storyboard is a sequence of drawings, typically with some directions and dialogue, representing the shots planned for a movie or television production. Now, just one inkling. Um, it's okay if you cannot draw, like if you're not a artistically savvy in that department. I think stick figures still work. It's just that you want to make sure that you have some kind of understanding of what you want to create before it's created.
So with, for example, of a storyboard in action, this is actually a storyboard of this video we're making right now. So you can see we've already reached scene one, in which Na was giving you the intro and guidelines to our project, as well as outlining the Google Drive and roles and expectations. And then we went to scene two, where I started talking about tone. So really, it's bouncing between our faces here, and as well as what are we wanting the viewer to get. And now we are in our final shot, which is that of talking about the wireframe. And this shot is a sketch of this. Yes, y'all, this is very meta. Filmmaking is very meta. Um, so, with that, I believe we'll be adding some extra resources in this email.
Definitely.
And we are available for questions and are working on potentially getting more resources for you that we're not going to mention yet because they're not confirmed.
But when they get confirmed, you will be the first to know.
Exactly. So with that, may we cue our closing track and credits of who produced this film.
Yes. Yes, we can.
All right, ready?
All right.
Maybe let's like fall out of the scene at the same time or something. Ready?
Okay.
2, 3. Pew!